Alright, this video will help you get your research put into your WeVideo presentation. So I have my example research right here. As I scroll down, I've got 4 events because this is just an example. Remember, you would want to have around 15 events with a date, a sentence or two explaining it, and your sources. Once you've got that, you're ready to go into WeVideo. I will open it up in a new tab. I've got my bookmark here. Remember, you've got your link in Google Classroom if you lost your bookmark. If you do see this landing page, we are all clicking on personal. I know it may look like we would do classroom at school, but we are all doing personal. Once you get inside, you're going to start a new project, and you would start a new video. Now, I already started one, so I don't have to do everything in front of you. I'm going to open it up right here. So in my first thing I want to say here is I like to keep my time bar down here a little bit smaller, and you have control over that right here. So I'm going to just kind of come down to this side. I like to be able to see all of my steps and all of my text right here. It's not changing the time at all, it's just changing the visual of how you see it. You can see what I've got so far. I've got a simple title here, and I've got my first event. All right. One thing I want to show you is these texts that we have. Remember, you can change and choose different text, pull it down here to type in. But you actually have a fair amount that you can change about it. If you double click in, you can change the actual words that are here, but you can also switch from auto to manual, and you can actually change the size. So if I want to make it a little bit bigger, I can make the text bigger or smaller, and you can also change the coloring up here. So this green doesn't really work with what I have here, so I'm going to switch that to maybe more of a blue color. That looks good, and I'll do the same thing with my name, make it nice and stand out. And this white, I think, kind of gets lost in the clouds, so I'm actually going to switch that to do a dark black. That looks good to me. Remember to click Save Changes right down here whenever you are happy with your work. As I come through, my next event here, my first event, looks fine. I've got my date, I've got my sentence explaining it. I do just want to point out, for this one, it's broken up over 2 lines, but it's the same sentence, and that's okay. You might want to do that as well. Otherwise, I like the look of this in coloring, so I'm just going to keep that the same. But I don't have any credit giving to where I got this information. Remember, I have a resource, and I need to give credit to where I got my resource. So you are all going to need to do this too. I'm going to click that little plus sign here so that I can put in another text track. So I've clicked the plus sign, it's on text, that's fine. And I'm just going to actually call this my sources. Now I can have another from my text. I'm going to use just something kind of small that comes at the bottom like this one, and it's going to go right over this. And I'm going to be able to change these words right here with where I got my information. So I'm actually just going to jump back. I'm going to copy my information here. Control C, and then double click in, and I can actually put that in. I'm going to say info from, and now Control V to paste that in, and picture from. I'm not the photographer who took this picture. I need to remember, and I know this one actually came from wikipedia.org/Wright. It's about the Wright brothers. So now I've got my credit for where I got my information. I can save those changes, but I always want to look and see. I think these might overlap. Yep, these overlap, so I can change that. What I can do is I can double click in this one, and actually I'm going to grab this and move it up a little bit. That way it'll be above my credits. Save those changes. I'll come up to those credits, and I'm just going to stretch this out. Actually, I kind of like the way that looks. I'll leave it in the middle. There we are. I've got my information, and I don't need to make it too prominent. I want people to be focused on the information rather than my credit, but I want my credit to be there. Click Save Changes. And I'm ready to move on. I want to trim this back so it's the same size. And now I'm ready for my next picture. So if I go to my information, the next thing I'm going to say is in 1919, the first flight across the Atlantic Ocean. The plane was called the NC-4. So I'm going to open up a new tab and go to Google Images. And I'm going to look up that NC-4 airplane. And this is a picture of it. I'm going to have to save the actual file. So once I see one that I like, I do a right click on it, and then I'm going to save image as. I'm not copying the image, I'm saving the image to my desktop. So I'm going to send that to my desktop, and I'm going to change the name so it's nice and easy for me to find, NC4. And I'll save it. Now as I go back to WeVideo, I'm going to go to My Media, and I'm going to import that. So if I go to Import, now I can actually just grab it from right down here in my downloads, or I can search for it on my desktop. You'll see the image come in right up here, and I can grab it and I can bring it down to my next spot. So I'm ready to do my text over the top. I'll give credit for it. The one thing I want you to see also is that I want to add transitions. If I click on transitions, these are just how the image changes from one image to the next. So I'm going to use that dissolve. I kind of like that. And I'm going to bring it in and I can put it right between those two pictures. So now, as it goes from one event to the next, you get that dissolve to the next picture. At this point, I would be ready to go back to my text. I would put in my next text to go in over this image. I would go to my research, use that sentence, and be off and running. Remember, we do want to add audio. We've done this before, but I just want to point out you've got music that you can put over the top, and sometimes it makes sense to put in a sound effect or two as well. Hopefully this helps. Enjoy making your awesome presentations with your excellent research. Have a good day, everyone.